Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video on Happy RC Flyer here on YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Tools and Tips Tuesday. And today we have a nifty tip for you. We're going to be talking about the tariffs. We're going to be talking about purchasing and pricing out FPV gear and RC gear in general. This specifically for those of us that are in the US like myself. And you guys know that there's a tariff war going on right now. This is filmed in April of 2025, almost May. And we've been talking about in some of the videos how the prices are going to jump up, and we're here. The prices have jumped up. So we're going to be talking all about that. This is a place where I welcome free speech. This is a family-friendly atmosphere. We keep the channel clean. I'm a Christian, so no vulgar language, no strong words or swearing or anything like that. But other than that, you're welcome to share your free speech, whatever you so choose to share your opinion. That's the reason why I keep this channel unsponsored and unbiased. So I welcome you to share your opinion in the comment section. We're going to be talking all about it. I've been flying this little Flywoo Explorer. This has been a lot of fun. We're approaching 1 year with this thing, and this is not the only one that I have. I've since then purchased, I think, 1 or 2 more, and this is just a really great all-around quad. And I've always been saying that there's never a better time to get into FPV, and I think we're gonna pose that perspective today. So we'll talk about it here in just a few minutes. Anyway, if you haven't done so already, please take the time to subscribe. Subscribing helps grow the channel, and we're here to help grow the hobby. If you like the unsponsored, unbiased perspective on things, that means I don't make any money on the videos, I don't make any money on the products, then you're at the right place. Make sure you're subscribed. Turn on the bell icon if you want to get notified of future video uploads. I'm going to try to do some more videos this coming summer. We've cleared some things off the schedule to allow more time for RC, so really looking forward to that. Got some helicopters, got some boats, got some RC vehicles that you guys haven't seen on the channel and I've picked up recently, and some more quads, so airplanes, everything. So hopefully I can have some more time to do filming and editing and get some more content out here on the channel. So make sure you got the notifications turned on. Hit the big thumbs up button sometime during the video. That helps me know what you guys like, and helps me know that you guys appreciate the content. So hit that big thumbs up button at some point if you like the video. Drop a comment or question if you have one. Again, I already mentioned that this is a place for free speech, so other than strong words and swearing, which we don't allow, if you do drop a strong comment as far as using a swear word or something like that, then we will have to delete that or remove it, or I'll probably just drop a comment and ask you to edit your own comment. Just take out the strong language. But definitely want to hear you guys' opinion. I enjoy interacting with you guys as the RC community, and I don't have all the answers, but if you drop a question in there, there's people in there that are helpful, and that's what I like about the RC community. It's a great place to connect in the comment section. A question, whether it's about the Flywoo Explorer, whether it's about tariffs to the US, which we're going to be talking about in today's video, or something else RC related. So you guys know that I tinker around. Well, some of you might not, because some of my viewers are not subscribed. So if you don't know, I tinker around with everything from drones to helicopters. I started off with helicopters, then got into airplanes. Been messing around with RC vehicles for a while, crawlers. Got into RC boats here a couple years ago, and recently got into RC quads or drones, freestyle quads, a year or so ago. So anyway, we try to cover a little bit of everything, keep your excitement up in the hobby. So drop a comment or question if you have one. Don't get stuck. I know how it is. I didn't have anybody. I didn't know about any RC clubs. I didn't know anybody that flew or did RC stuff when I got into it. And so I know how it is to bang your head against the wall trying to program something or trying to figure something out. So don't be afraid to reach out. I'll try to keep an eye on the comment section. If I don't, hopefully someone else will get in there. I know we got some really helpful people that monitor the comment section. I do appreciate that. So share this video with a friend that you think might enjoy it. That helps the channel grow, that helps share in the fun of RC, and also helps get other people into the hobby and the enjoyment of the fun. So let's get into the video. As we mentioned already, you've probably seen in some of my other videos, those of you that have been watching the channel for a while, the last, I think, Tools and Tips Tuesday, or a couple of Tools and Tips Tuesday ago, we talked about the tariffs, the upcoming tariffs, and how that's going to affect the prices. So companies like Traxxas, companies like HorizonHobby.com. I haven't seen too much on Motion RC yet, but places like Get FPV, race day quads. Trying to think of some other places where we've already seen the prices significantly jump up. And so what I wanted to talk to you about is how you need to be careful. So we'll talk a little bit about the tariffs, what my opinion are on the tariffs, and then we'll talk about, if you are going to get into it, some precautions that you need to take. So my opinion is on the tariffs, I think they're going to be a good thing in the long run, and most of you guys might not like that, or some of you guys might not like that, but that's my opinion. And nobody's more entitled to my opinion than I am. You're entitled to your opinion, and if you disagree with that, you're welcome to share that in the comments. So I don't cause any division. I'm not looking to block anybody from the channel. If you have a different perspective, there's nothing wrong with you having a different perspective. Each of us have our own opinions, and we all have free will, and there's nothing wrong with you exercising your free will. So, but I think that the tariffs are designed to be reciprocal, which they've been announced as being reciprocal tariffs. So the U.S. in selling goods or exporting goods from the U.S. to other places like Canada, China, and even other countries, there are large tariffs, a large percentage of tariffs on exported goods. So my understanding, the way I understand it, and again, my understanding could be flawed. I'm aware that I'm human and I could make mistakes. But my understanding of it is that these are supposed to be reciprocal tariffs. So they're to level the playing field. So if Canada or China or some other country is charging 125% fee or tariff when we export goods to them, then there's what they call a reciprocal tariff, which means when we import stuff from that country, then there's also a charge on top of that. So I'm not an economist, and I'm not a financial guy really, but that's my understanding of it. So it's to try to level the playing field. I don't think that the goal is to have reciprocal tariffs at 125 or 200% both directions for exports and imports. That's not the goal. But the goal in having reciprocal tariffs is to level the playing field and say, hey, this is not really fair for us to be paying a whole bunch more to export our stuff than we do to import our stuff, which destroys the American economy, which we've seen that. So the goal is to level the playing field, so then things are fair and then the tariffs are dropped. So that's my understanding of it. Again, I could be wrong, and you're welcome to share your opinion in the comment section. So that's my perspective. I know it hurts. It hurts me just like anybody else, with the price of utilities going up, the price of goods, the price of our RC toys. It does hurt. And you know, as sad as it is that the prices of drones and RC stuff is going up, it may incentivize us to use and enjoy what we already have, or purchase used equipment from our friends. And so we're also going to be talking about some precautions when you purchase used equipment, things to watch out for. So, but that's my perspective on the tariffs. Again, you're welcome to share yours, but the goal is not to be a long-term 125% tariffs or whatever the percentage is, and I know that fluctuates for different goods. But the goal is to rise it up so it's even playing field, and then the tariffs are dropped or lowered to potentially 0% tariffs across the board for exports and for imports. So that's my understanding the goal is. So yes, it hurts me just like anybody else. No, I'm not excited about paying a bunch more for RC stuff than what I did before. I felt like it was already pretty expensive, and you guys know that being unsponsored helps me to be unbiased, and I'm pretty vocal about those things when I feel like something is overpriced, when I don't feel like it's worth the money that it costs. You guys hear about it, and that's why I choose to leave my channel unmonetized, unsponsored, which means I don't take free items from anybody. I don't have anybody telling me what to say or what items to review, and I don't get any kind of special behind the scene discounts or anything like that. So that's my opinion. I try to keep it unbiased in more of a hobbyist perspective. So that's why I don't have monetization turned on the YouTube, because I'm not making money. So if you guys view the videos more, give it a bunch of thumbs up, and you do all those things, it doesn't put any money in my bank account. I don't receive any benefit. If you buy products that I showcase here on the channel, I don't get any money or kickback from that under the table. I don't do any affiliate links or anything like that. And also, I don't have any member-only videos. So you'll notice that a lot of the larger channels will do member-only videos, and I understand that they're trying to, help their channel and incentivize them to make more videos with financial gain. And I'm not here to bash them. I'm just saying that this channel is just unsponsored and unbiased. So keep that in mind when you subscribe and share the videos, when you comment. And I kind of like it that way. So it costs me just as much as it does anybody else for items. And like I said, there's a lot of things that I feel were already overpriced. So my advice to you, getting past what my opinions are on the tariffs, my opinion, again, this is just a pure opinion, and I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not an economist specialist or anything like that, but my opinion is I think it'll last probably on the short side, maybe 6 months, maybe on the long side, the worst case scenario, it might last a couple years. So keep that in mind. If you have an opportunity to purchase something at a reasonable price or at the original price, you should probably do that. I try to give you guys a little bit of heads up to, if you're looking to purchase something, you should have already have purchased it and not be trying to grab something up now. So if you're getting something through like Amazon, for those of you that are in the US like myself, if you're buying it from a warehouse that's here in the US, then you don't have to worry about any hidden tariff fees. But places like Flywoo and other places that are stationed or based overseas, particularly in China, then you will be surprised when you order it for the same old price. You look on the website and it has the same old price, and you say, wow, I'm going to take advantage of this deal that hasn't gone up because of the tariffs, and I'm going to go ahead and order one. But when it gets to the border, then you'll be charged sometimes by the carrier or by the US Customs. And so you'll have to pay that before you receive your item. So keep that in mind. Don't be surprised. Don't get on Flywoo's website or Sub 250's website and say, hey, their prices haven't gone up, I'm going to go ahead and order one. Because they have gone up already. I think it's actually supposed to hit maybe May 2nd, something like that. Some companies have already started up in their price in anticipation for restocking. So I know there's been a lot of different opinions back and forth on whether they should up their price before the tariffs actually take effect, because they didn't pay the tariff price for their items they have in the warehouse. But the reality is, when they sell that item and they go to restock it and replenish their stock in the warehouse, they have to pay that tariff price. So whatever your opinion is, the reality is we're kind of stuck with it, and so we need to learn to navigate with what we have to deal with. So my advice is hold off buying anything right now if you can. Again, unless it's something like from Amazon or eBay and it's based here in the United States and it's the United States warehouse, and you know you're not going to get charged that extra fee for the tariff when it hits the US Customs, then go ahead and purchase something. But otherwise, I would encourage you to hold off, and I don't think it's that much of an emergency. These little drones are a blast and a ton of fun, very relaxing, very enjoyable hobby, but it's not bread. It's not what keeps us alive. We don't have to have them. It is just a hobby, as much fun as I have and as much time as I spend in the hobby, and you guys know that I spend a whole lot more time off camera than I do when I make these videos, but it's a lot of fun. But at the end of the day, it's not a necessity. So it's a hobby, and so let's keep that in mind. Let's not feel like we have to pay those gigantic prices right now. Just enjoy what you have, use what you have. There might be better technology out there. Maybe you didn't have time to put your order in before the tariffs hit the market, and that's okay. You know, it's just a hobby. So wait it out. I don't think you'll regret that. I don't think you'll be sorry for that, because with things like 100% tariff, some of these little drones are going to be super expensive. I think when I ordered this, I'm approaching about 1 year that I've had this little Flywoo Explorer. This is the 03, and we'll probably be putting an 04 into it, but it's currently the 03, and I think I've had it about a year, and I think it was around $520 when I got it, and that was bind and fly for Crossfire, and it came with the air unit already installed. So we'll be talking all about that in the Flywoo Explorer video, which hopefully is coming pretty soon. But a very fun quad. But the 519 with 100% tariffs is going to be over $1,000. Do I think this is worth $1,000? Absolutely not. Would I pay $1,000 for one? Absolutely not. Do I have a ton of fun? Is this my favorite freestyle quad? It absolutely is. Is it worth $1,000? No, it's absolutely not. I feel like almost $500 is still a little bit high priced, but it is what it is. And I'm just here to give my opinion. And like I said, you guys are welcome to share your opinion in the comment section. But so keep that in mind. If you order something that's based in China, their websites are not going to be adjusted because you know, they sell to everybody, whether it's US customers or someone in Australia or somewhere else that might not have the tariffs. So the tariffs are only going to take effect when it hits the US Customs, and you'll be surprised with a big tab. So don't do that and be shocked. I did try to warn you on that one, so keep that in mind. Don't be afraid to hold out on stuff. Enjoy what you have. In regards to the used market, I probably couldn't give enough caution to buying the used market. So I would say the only exception to my suggestion to not buy a used FPV equipment and RC equipment in general, I would say the only exception to that is if it's somebody that you personally know. And again, this is all the more reason to get plugged in to the RC community, or in this case, the FPV community. There are a lot of cool RC groups. There's, I think, rcgroups.com, which is online. That's been around for a really long time. I have heard of a lot of people getting scammed. I don't think, if I can remember correctly, I don't think I've ever bought anything from rcgroups.com, but I have friends that have, and some have gotten burned, been scammed. Not everybody on there is authentic. But then there's places like DIYFPV.com or something like that. There's like building a community hub there. And then of course these Facebook groups, and that hopefully will get you connected with people in your area that you can go and meet in person and go and look at the gear, throw your physical eyeballs on it before you buy it, test it out, watch it hover. If you have the opportunity to put your fingers on the controls and see how it flies, check it out. Make sure there's no mud caked up in the motors. Make sure that it's not been crashed. Make sure there's no scratches or fractures on the frame, stuff like that. Check bolts. Make sure there's no rust. It didn't get sunk in the water somewhere. And then hopefully if it's a friend of yours, they're going to be really honest. And as you build friendships with people in the RC community, especially the FPV community, you're going to know. So if your friend buys one and you're flying together and he crashes it, later on if you want to buy it, you know what the history is on the aircraft. So things like that. So if you're buying it from a friend, then you can buy with comfort, buy with confidence. If it's somebody that you feel that you can trust, and I might add too that everybody that we fly with in the RC community, just because we fly with them, we have fun with them, doesn't mean that we have to believe everything that they say or that they're always being 100% honest. I've had that happen. Even a lot of times when people don't mean ill will, I don't think they intentionally mean to lie, but sometimes things are left out. They forget to tell you something. So when you're buying used equipment, just pretend that it's as is. Because it probably will be. If something happens to it a little while after you get it, there's not going to be any kind of warranty. You're not going to get your money back if something ends up being bad when you go to power it up and fly it the first time. So consider those things when you're buying from the used market. Like I said, there are Facebook groups and stuff. I can't think of any names of them right off. I think I'm in a few of them, but I can't remember what the names of them are. But look for things like that online, on forums and on social media, where you can get plugged in and connected with people in the community if you still want to purchase something and it's going to be off of the used market. So keep that in mind. But just check it out. I don't encourage anybody to buy used LiPo batteries. That's very risky. You don't know what's happened to those LiPo batteries. You don't know how they've been used. You don't know how they've been stored. You don't know how old they are. All of those things. It's just really not worth buying used batteries. You're going to put this battery in this quad and you're going to send it up above the trees. You may want to fly it a long ways away. You may want to fly it around your house or over your neighborhood. And the price of a LiPo battery is not worth risking it. Just buy a brand new one. Take really good care of your batteries. We're going to be doing some more video series on LiPo batteries and battery care, as far as like storage and charging and discharging and cycles and temperature. We've already done some on how to store your batteries in the ammo boxes or the steel cases, and so I've got my battery set up, and maybe we'll do a follow-up video on those boxes then, now that I've got all my LiPo batteries set up and organized in them. But it's just not worth it. So keep that in mind. If you're going to buy used equipment, I don't encourage you to buy used batteries. If you do, it's your own discretion. Feel free to do what you want to do. It's your opinion, whatever brings you enjoyment. And if it's a matter of whether you get the opportunity to fly or not, you may want to consider that. But depending on where you're going to fly, if you're just going to fly over a cornfield and you don't have much money in a little drone, a used battery is not a big deal. When you start flying over a neighborhood, when you're going to fly over a cornfield, you get a lot of money invested in this. You maybe attach other gear and a camera to it that's more expensive. Then it becomes more of a gamble. So that's just my opinion. You do what you want to do. and I'll do what I want to do. We'll both have fun in the hobby. So check it out. If you do buy used gear, try to buy from a friend. I don't know, there's used stuff out there, but again, it's hard for me to recommend for you to buy used equipment. Really what I do is buy just new stuff, and sometimes it's a matter of me waiting till I have the money set aside to purchase something, and it gives me time to do more research and more homework and actually figure out if it's something that's really going to be good for me or not. So waiting before you buy a toy is not a bad thing. So practice patience, practice some self-restraint, and you'll probably come back and thank me in the long run. So hopefully this video has been helpful for you guys, and I think I covered pretty much everything. We talked about our opinion on the tariffs. We talked about holding off. I don't encourage you to get into FPV right now. If you're not into it already, I would consider you to hold off. I'd recommend that you would hold off until the prices drop back down. Don't get into it. It's not a good time to get into it right now. This is a really fun hobby. Digital is the way to go. Life's too short for analog. That's what I always say. And no offense against my analog friends, but that's just my opinion because I really enjoy the ride. You guys know that I just like to kind of float around and explore places and enjoy the scenery, enjoy the sunsets, which I think the sun kind of went down already. But we've been flying this around here on this babbling brook, and it's been a lot of fun this evening. So I enjoy the ride, but it's not worth paying double or triple the price just to get into it right now, because I do believe that the prices are going to drop. There are some possibilities of so nobody's actually dropped anything. They haven't confirmed anything, but I believe what's going to happen is some companies are going to start up some drop ship warehouses. So I don't know exactly how that's going to work, because my understanding is the tariffs apply for imports coming into the U.S. that are origin in China, that have origin in China. So I don't know how that'll work if there's another company in another country that's buying stuff from China and maybe relabeling it and then drop shipping it to you when you order. I don't know how that's going to work, but look for that. We did hear that TBS told us that they are starting a warehouse here in the U.S., so that's really exciting. You guys have seen the TBS Mojito, I think it's called, that flying wing that's really fast, and I've been working on that, so we're excited to fly that this coming spring, now that the scenery, grass and leaves and everything are getting green, which is pretty exciting. But that's nice to know that TBS, Team Black Sheep, is going to be opening a warehouse or a manufacturer facility here in the U.S., so that's pretty exciting. But anyway, I think we covered pretty much everything. If there's something else that pertains to the tariffs or getting into FPV or getting into the RC hobby in general, feel free to drop it in the comments. I usually try to watch the videos at least while they're fresh, and then sometimes I forget to go back and check comments on older videos. So my apologies, that's not intentional. It's just I work and have a job and have other things that I do, and even have other hobbies along with all the RC stuff that I do. So I don't like to live online, but I do like to share some little updates to get you guys encouraged to get into the hobby and enjoy it. So again, don't pay the big prices. Hold out a little bit. I don't think it's going to last too long. If it does last a couple years, you're not going to, you're not going to lose any sleep over that. Just enjoy what you have. Maybe check out what a friend has. If you can purchase stuff from a friend, you're welcome to do so. But don't pay the high prices, and then especially don't buy from a Chinese company direct and think that you're getting it for the regular price, and then get surprised when you have to pay that bill again because there's 100 and some % tariffs on it to actually get it to your door. So keep that in mind. Thanks for watching the video. Again, if you have any questions related to that, I definitely don't have all the answers, but I'm happy to share my opinion, and I welcome you to share your opinion in the video in the comment section. So again, subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the bell icon if you want to get notified of future uploads. Hit the big thumbs up button if you haven't done so already and you like this video. Drop a comment or question if you have one. Share this video with a friend, and we'll look for you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Catch you there.